Hello and welcome back to Aging and Awesome. Since it's the 100th Reno Rodeo, a lot of extra things are going on to make this an extra special year. And joining us now is Jessi LeMay. She's a local creator, artist, wonderful lady who's been working on a 3-year project to document 100 years of the rodeo. It's quite a task to do. Jessi, you've had interviews and photos and videos talking to people who've been a part of this great organization. What are some of the stories you've heard that have really stood out?
So this is an overwhelmingly huge project. Even now, as we're sort of coming to the end and winding it down, it's still overwhelming to know like how much content and how many people I've interviewed. But a few stories that really do stand out to me is Bill Richards, who happens to be one of my favorite people with the association. He, in the mid to late 40s, ran away from home and came and lived here on the rodeo grounds back when it was also a racetrack. And he tells the story about, sleeping in a horse stall, and he could see the stars through the through the poor roof, Back then, this area was called Alameda. And so he just was such a storyteller, and I just loved it so much. And then I also had such a great interview with Harry and Carl Baker, who own Frost's Quarter Horses. And Harry's father is Harry Frost, who used to be a Reno Rodeo president in 1965, which happens to also be the year that the grandstand burned down. And so I sat with them for, I think, 2.5 hours and just collected all their amazing stories. And I don't know, it was a sort of this little window into the past. And you can only really get those glimpses just through these individual narratives and stories. So, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. There are a lot of stories out there. And it's nice to get them out so people could know, and hear about them. It's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a really, it's one of the most human characteristic to want to be heard and tell your story.
Right.
And so through this project, I think most people and most cowboys say, I don't have a story, it's very humble. But then you sit them down and you give them a few minutes and they really get into it. So they tell all their stories.
And a big part of the rodeo this year especially is legacy, is keeping the Western lifestyle, these types of things that we do here alive. And so you have been able to do that in a lot of ways. So how can people check this out? How can people see those stories and learn more?
Absolutely. So they can go to RenoRodeo100.com and some of our stories are posted there. Also at the pavilion, there is an exhibit which will be running some of the stories on a loop. Our final show will be in late September. The date is yet to be determined, but come to our final Reno Rodeo show where we have live storytellers and we'll be showing the sort of best of, basically, of this project. And then hopefully in the future, it sounds like they're going to be packaging this into a DVD or a download special, so you can buy the whole project. So
perfect.
Yeah.
That's great, Jessi. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we're really excited to see all you've done, and we'll be sure to put a link on our website, agingandawesome.com, so you can check out more of the 100-year project with Jessi LeMay.